Hood YouTube, this is Crazy Samurai sitting here bringing you another video, and of course that falls over. Anyway, today we are showing you guys Zyuoh Gorilla, which I finally got. Very nice looking, really cool, and definitely a heavier mech, and obviously as you can tell here, very big. If you compare the size of this box to say Zyuoh Tiger's box, which is the same size as Zyuoh Elephant's box, let me put them like this here. Well, let me show you it like this, because that's probably a better example. And as you can see on the art here, the art, you see how much more it goes over from this side? Definitely a bigger box. So anyway, let me put back the tiger box. Bigger box, obviously, and more stuff in it. As you can see, we got Zyuoh Eagle, but in this case it's Zyuoh Gorilla form of our red Zyuoh member. So that is a thing. On this side here, you can see him with his cannon, and as well as the Zyuoh Wild combination, which is the 654 combination. So very nice in that regard. As well as on the front, it shows it. On this side, it shows off the combination, which technically we are missing one of the mechs, which is Zyuoh Maul, which is right here. So, unfortunate, but at the same time, I'm still going to show off what we have of him, because we're basically close enough to having Zyuoh Wild, and I'll probably leave him like that for the most part, and eventually get Maul, and that'll be good, and then we'll have a complete Zyuoh Wild, because I've actually tried to transform him. He's really big, and he's really cool, and he's actually fairly heavy, which is surprising, and I'm very happy. I actually like his design a lot, so that's very cool, and I will have to scale up eventually with the camera due to the fact that his size is on the bigger scale. But let's start off with some of the things that come, because this guy right here is our number 6, which is Zyuoh Gorilla. So very nice, very nice, very nice, right? Well, okay, let's start off here with showing you guys him. So from here, what you want to do is, he also comes with this piece, by the way, for those that are curious. So yeah. And what we do here is we're going to take him, and from his face, we're just going to pull it out like that. And you may think to yourself, okay, all right, that's fine. So then what we're going to do, I just want to make sure I'm not... Whoa. Holy shoot. Did not know that was a thing. Okay, you can remove... I was like worried for a second there, because you can remove him. And I'm not sure if there's some reasoning behind it, but you definitely can remove him. And he just slides right back in, but it scared me for a second there, because I hadn't done that before, and I was just very worried. So he's a lot simpler than Zyuoh King, where in this case, rather than like spring action, there's not spring action. His fists are interesting. So you take from this side, you just go like this, and you just pull it out. It's not like you have to pull his head out like with Zyuoh King, so that's something. What you do then is you can just leave him like this. You can do that. Although most people will probably have him like this if they want to pose him like a gorilla. Or what you can do, which is what you're going to be doing, most likely, is you're going to have him like this. So, very nice. Obviously on the smaller looking side, but because of this piece, it makes him a lot bigger, even though this is fairly small. But he actually has a little bit of weight, which is interesting. Especially here, this, his headpiece is actually a little bit of weight. So what we can do here, well, we see him like this, and he looks all good and all that. And what we do now is I'm going to show you guys this part. So what we do with it is, as you can see here, there is a little gun here, right? A little gun, similar to like how Zyuoh King has his sword. Well, this gun obviously is a little bit more interesting in that regard. So what you do is from this side, there's a little part here. You pull it out, and you pull it back even further so that it looks like this, so that you see this part out like that. And what you do is you take him, make sure that he's like this, and on the back here, you see there's this tab and there's this tab. So there's 2 tabs here, and you can do it on either side. I'll do it on this side, which is the right side. So I'm just gonna tab him in, and that's about it. So here he is, and he looks pretty decent with that going on with him. So that's very nice, of course. And what you typically, and on the sides here, I forgot to show this off, on the sides here there are these little tabs here. So what you do is you just push them, and it extends out his arms. Now that's more important for his main combination. I'm not sure if it matters to do it now or not, but I'm doing it. I think that's why people, yeah, that makes more sense. That's why people do that. So you do it like that, and yeah, that's what it is. I was like, why is that? Why? How come that is? That makes more sense. So you can do it like that, and he looks a lot better that way with it, and it's very cool looking, right? So okay, so that is that part. So now I'm going to show you guys the next part, which means let's collapse him back in. Well, for now. Right? So what we do is we take Zyuoh Elephant, we take Zyuoh Tiger, then we put them one on top of the other. Then we take Zyuoh Gorilla, and we go and we wrong one. So then what we do here is we pull out his arms, and then from you see the 6s, but you see there's actually a thin little tab here. So what you can do is from this end, you pull it out, so that way it looks like that. Then what you do here is you can remove the weapon, right? So you remove the weapon right now. So then what you do is from here, rather than pulling out the gun piece, you take out this part and you pull it out like that, so that it ends up like this. Then you close it back up. Then you, on the back here, similar to how you pegged him in before, and in the back you do the same thing, and he looks like this. Now you may think to yourself, well, wait, he's wearing, what happened to his face? Okay, simple. You just pull it like that. So, very nice. Here he is. Let me show you his face close up. He has like a visor-like face, which is very, very nice and good looking. One thing I forgot to do though is actually pull down his arms on both ends. And that definitely gives him a little bit of a more complete and less short-armed look. You can also, since this is a smaller version of that gun, take the gun and place it in either one of his hands, and it will just peg right in, similar to Zyuoh King, and you got yourself that. And here he is alongside Zyuoh King. As you can see here, they're both pretty evenly sized. I'm trying to see now myself. With the backpack part here, it makes him taller, I believe. Is it? Just slightly taller. Without it though, I think they're pretty close to even, which is very nice. And you can see that they're both very good looking. I think he might be a little taller. I'm not exactly certain on that, but I do like his look overall. You can, of course, take his sword and place it inside of his arm and have him like wield a sword and wield a gun at the same time. So That is, of course, very cool, but it is not something that you necessarily have to do. One thing I forgot to also show you guys is that you may see on the arms here, on both arms, there are these black little tabs. Better to show it on this one, right here, right? And what you can do with those tabs is you can actually launch his fist, because in the show, he does that. And that was the thing. So, very cool. So, hold on one second, guys. Those fists go a little far. Not to mention the other thing is that I'm on a table where they can actually fall off. So, you need to be careful of that, of course. So, all you have to do just to put them back in is you just peg them right in. Nice and simple. The only reason why mine collapsed is just because I pushed it in a little bit much, and that's fine. There we go. Just wanted to make sure that I extended his arm properly. So, that's all good and nice.